All right, welcome back to another trade recap. And as you can see, I am down $22, but could have been better, and I'll get into that right now. So, um, going into the day, I was bullish, and this is what I wrote in my journal beforehand. We're just placing pretty hard bullishly, so I'm bullish for now. And this wasn't a super strong bias, but we were closer to the bullish draws than the bearish draws. So the trade ended up taking was bearish. And we'll get into the trade. So off open, I did like bears because if you go to like the 1 hour, the 4 hour, we were right next to this draw. So that was my draw going into open. But as I kept looking at it more, and as New York opened, YM shot up, eliminated the previous day high SMT, and took out London high, creating a London high SMT right here. And we also were in a 4 hour range on NQ and ES with this candle on ES. I guess that closed over in this candle on NQ. So 4 hour range. And we also had a 1 hour range on not ES, but it's important because we had 1 hour range on NQ and an SMT above the 7 a.m. candle. Let me make sure everything's on. I don't have to do this again. SMT above the 7 a.m. candle with NQ. So, that. And then that created a 1 hour range. And I was looking at taking a trade pre-market, but I didn't end up entering. ES was the weaker asset because it was lower in the SMT and it was just the change percentage. It was just weaker, like it is right now. I guess they're pretty equal right now. So yeah, I didn't end up taking a trade off open. Because let's mark out 9:30. I think this candle's 9:30. Yeah, that candle's 9:30. So we took it. We changed. I'd consider this the change, and then we came down all the way down here. Actually, opened literally perfectly tapped the 5. There's a 5 minute off of the NQ's hourly. It's the 5 minute change. Yeah, because we're on the 5 minute right now. I'm tripping. Perfectly tapped it, and then I entered. I guess the executions don't look good. I'll explain that later. So I entered as the candle was coming down and rejecting this area. So then I entered, and I mean my break even point was the 4 hour CRT low. Let's go all the way over here. This is the 4 hours. This first line is this is why I should have done better today, because that was where I wanted to go break even, is the 4 hour CRT low. And as you can see, didn't take that low, and I went break even, and I got break evened right here on this candle. And then eventually, we went on. So if I wouldn't have gone break even early, what am I even doing? We would have just, taken this low, went break even, stayed in the trade, or we would have just hit the trade. Like, the trade would have worked out, and then obviously, and then some, because we just ended up melting all day. So, I mean, could have been way better, well managed by me. Could have been a win, but it wasn't, and that's fine. But what isn't fine is afterwards. Obviously, you can see these executions. I kind of just what's that? Reconnect. I just kind of started spam entering and quick break evening, and that's why I ended up with a $20 loss. So I mean, very minimized damage. I ended up stepping away after only 2 re-entries, which I guess isn't terrible, but it's not great either. But yeah, that was today. See what else I've written in my journal. Good winning day. I didn't really look at silver or gold too much today. I'm actually looking at Asia session for them right now. I'm not in this trade, but I'm tape reading this trade on silver. We have a 4 hour range created, and we have our 15-minute. This is the range line, 4 hour swept to come up, 15-minute change right there, because that's the lowest point. And then we're reacting bullishly for 2R. I'd probably be break even right here. And just targeting these relative equal highs up here. But gold is, I mean, they're correlated, right? Gold is a lot higher than silver, but I still think silver gets up there, at least for now. I guess we just created a 15-minute range, but we'll see. So I'm just keeping an eye on this. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Pretty much break even through the first 2 days of the month. But I could be up a lot more. So I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for more.